Hello. Yep, we're on here. Can you see the, is it showing up live for you guys? Seems like it's working. I don't have any drop frames. Anyways, here is some video that I was shooting today. I drove out to the... I tried to sort of drive the same route that Michael Wolf would have traveled the same night that he killed Karissa and Michael Fretwell. Alright? There's parts that don't make sense. I mean, on the affidavit, I think they just made more errors than just the one about 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Alright? So some of the ping data doesn't make a lot of sense. No. Alright. So here I am on the road. Looks like it's on the drive. And yes, I do cough every once in a while, okay? Alright, Lanky, Tor, don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to go through the routes that Michael Wolf... You probably can't hear me very good because I had the air conditioner on, and it's also in the car on the dashboard filming through the windshield. Would have taken that night with Karissa, Fretwell, and William. That's what I meant, Bill, William. And then somebody messaged me in an email where they actually have a specific location of where they were found, which isn't really that close to where the media is reporting. Okay, so I'm going to start off at the workplace of Michael at the, I guess it's a steel mill or something like that. Yeah, Cascade Steel. Where Karissa lived, where I'd been there before. And then I'm going to drive from there out to where the body was, where the bodies were located. And then drive to his house. And then I'll go... You know, he lives way up on a hill. So here's the next one. Yeah, well, here we are. We're driving kind of in a place that I don't even know where the hell I am. Yeah, I was just following navigation. We are headed about 19 minutes away from where the barbarian Mike Wolf lived. All right, hopefully you guys can see. And actually, I meant where he worked. I was trying to focus in on the road. Above the dashboard there. But it's where he worked. See a little miniature screen of it. But when we get to the work, we'll start recording again. Alright? So we will turn it back on in a few minutes. Alright, talk to you later, buddy. Alright. Well, for a minute I thought, God, am I on the wrong side of the road? Look at that. 2 miles to go until we get to the mill. This is really pretty country out here. I keep thinking I want to stop and fly my drone, but I'm on a mission. So it says I got 2 minutes until we get to the mill. Let's see if I can just find that where the carpenter shop is. Seems like it's right off of the road as you turn in, just off to the left. Using Google Earth, it seemed like that anyway, so we will see here in a few minutes. Or 2 minutes, to be exact. Now I've got 1 mile remaining. You can actually see it on my map that I'm using. It's very close. See, that's it right up there. That's Cascade Steel Mill right up there.
Up there, right? Cascade Steel. Yeah, I can see it's huge. It's actually a really big building.
Yeah, let me look at what that looks like on Google Earth. Just so we can have it up at the same time. Yeah, so I think we're looking at, that's 99 West, that's where I was. I think we're looking at that probably from back here. Yeah, I mean, there it is right there, the big blue building, okay. So there it is right there, just over that bridge.
Alright, so here we go. Yes, I still got a little bit of a cough. Worked right here.
I went the wrong way.
Stop and try to get my bearings.
I was supposed to go left.
In fact, I'm going to pull in right here. Alright, I'll be back in a second.
So now I went back the other way. Took a left instead.
Okay, so here's the parking area right here. That was the parking Cascade Steel.
You can see right where he hit his car. I guarantee it's right over here.
Around here.
You can actually take the next exit. It's better.
Yeah. So you can see the sign to say all movements are monitored. Okay. Now I think on Google Earth, here is where this is that pond that you can see, and I think that's the Carpenter building across the way.
Yeah, so let's see. So you drive right up here, take a left, and then what you just saw was me turning into this parking area right there, and then parking right there. And here's the pond. This looks like this is pretty old. Let me get a more recent shot here. I guess that's it, July 2018. But it seems like he parked, this is where he brought his cart, and then he went through the woods here, and then just kind of, I think he jumped over the fence and got into a car that he parked here, because he was worried that if he parked here, he'd be seen on surveillance. I'm sure there's a lot more surveillance on the main building than over here on a crappy parking lot.
Way over there, I don't know if you can see it through the fence, but let me see if I can get a little further over there.
See, I think that might be it right over there, the building.
Yeah.
And see, there's fences right there.
So you could have parked over in this parking lot, right over here.
Yeah. So I think this is the pond that you can see on Google Earth right here. And I think he parked somewhere over there, and he maybe walked around and then jumped over one of these fences. And I think he probably... When I'm saying parked, I mean his when he parked the cart, and then he had his regular car over here. See how these pickup trucks are? He probably was just like that. Sort of hidden from surveillance, because the other entrance has the surveillance notification. All right, so this is what it looks like. I think this is the fence that he might have had to go over. And This is the parking spot. I think right in here. See? And this parking lot's separate from the one over there. So you could probably park here. Probably took his golf cart from the main building way over there. Drove it over here so he could cross over the fence to get into this hidden parking spot. So it's probably something like that. Okay, there's that one. Alright, well now I'm leaving the parking lot at the mill, steel mill, and I'm going to head over to where Karissa lived. I'm kind of confused because I'm looking at the program that I use for navigation, and it's saying that it's 38-minute drive, 26 miles. And if I remember right, it seemed like 15 minutes he was already pinging in Salem. However, to be honest with you, they made other errors on that document, so maybe they're just off, it could have been like 920 instead of... Wait, what's Jen upset about? I don't get it. I don't know, what happened? Was it on the show before or this show? I don't really get it. What's she upset about? Can anybody explain what Jen was upset about? I have no idea. It just sort of came out of nowhere. Was she the one talking about, like, who was she? I mean, what was the conversation? That's not the same person that brought up working on a different case. That was somebody with all these different letters and so forth. I don't even know what she's talking about. Oh, that lady? Huh. I don't know. What she upset at me about, though? What did I do wrong to her? Can somebody just tell me that? I have no idea what she's upset about. You don't need to block her, though. I don't know what she's upset about. You just unblock her. I have no clue what the hell she's upset about, though, to be honest with you. Well, I don't see any comments above. I'm actually doing a show, Yeah, I mean, I see what she said. What a jerk, and to think you do true crime podcasts for us. Well, what was the part that I did wrong? What is she referring to? It almost seems like she just sort of came in and made that up. I don't have any idea who she is or anything. Yeah, she was on the previous show talking about how she has cancer, and people shouldn't wish cancer on criminals, but all I said was, I don't think people are wishing cancer on them. They don't care that the criminal died basically the same way he killed the person he killed. Man, that gets so confusing sometimes. People just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of really crazy people in social media, okay? I have no idea what they're talking about. I wasn't talking to Jen. She mentioned something on the previous show. Now we're on a whole different show, and I don't know what she's talking about. You see, this is what I'm telling you guys, that I have to deal with this constantly. In comments, you get these bizarre reaction by, like, really sort of crazy people out there. I have no idea what's going on, what the hell she's talking about. Unbelievable. 9, who knows? But either way, I am now heading in that direction right now. To my left right now, as we were just driving by, is the big mill. You can't see it anymore because you're just looking through the dash cam. But it's a big blue building, says Cascade Steel on it. And let's see. Now I gotta get back onto 99 West and head the opposite direction that I just... See, like when I turned here, it was like 40 something miles. I mean, 36 minutes is what it said from here to her house. This came from. And my...
I don't even know if you guys can hear me at all.
My navigation software kept screwing up too, because it wanted me to go that way, but it turns out I needed to take a left.
I am talking to my GoPro camera. Alright, so when I'm about to get close to that area.
Yeah, well, here's what I can say is thanks for blocking her, and then also let's just unblock her, because I want to know what the hell she's talking about. I have no clue what the hell she's talking about. So that's why you were blocked, because what you said was confusing to every single person. Nobody had a clue what you were talking about, Jen, so explain it to people.
I will then turn on the camera again. All right, everybody, so freaks, be patient. All right. So I think that...
No, maybe it was I did have to turn around.
The work area right there, what they say.
That's right.
Around 8:15, was it? Maybe it was...
I can't remember the exact numbers.
I remember it was 8:30 or so. So he left his work at 8:30, 8:55, I think is what they actually said. And then his phone started pinging around like 9:10 or so. This is just off of memory. In Salem, which doesn't make a ton of sense given that it's over 20-something miles.
Yeah, so it looks like if you look at the document here, he was seen at approximately 8:45 leaving the area where he works, traveling in a golf cart to a carpenter shop, and then walking into a tree line behind the carpenter shop that would have access to the business parking lot. Detective Gambler was told by security. Okay, so that makes more sense then, because that means it was 8:45. You know, when they say approximately, that's probably about the time he left too, 8:45. And then, but see, this part doesn't make sense. At approximately 9, his phone is using a cell tower in downtown Salem. Okay, well, that doesn't seem very likely. It's 23 miles away. He'd have to be driving like 85, 90 miles an hour to get there in that amount of time. My navigator actually told me 38 minutes, but that was also during rush hour. But I think it would say 25 to 26 minutes. So I think this might be an error here. You know, they do say approximately, so maybe that's like 9:10 or something. I don't know.
Now, one thing to consider is that I'm driving right now at 3:56, so we're getting, there's a lot more traffic out here than he would have seen that time of night. It's not rush hour anymore. Especially when he does after he kills Karissa and William in the apartment, and then I believe probably loads them up in that back alley. He probably waits till pretty late at night. Yeah, I think we were sometime after 1 when we came up with. I might have even been 2. And he loads them up, and then he drives all the way out to a remote area to bury their bodies. And I think that there was virtually no traffic at all during that time. So, however, you know, there are cops out there, so he probably drove the speed limit the entire time, but really had no wait time. You know, he was never waiting for traffic like I'm about to do. Right?
Yeah, see, the thing is, later when she leaves Carissa's place, it pings at 1:43. That's when it's shown moving, and then 2:12 he gets back to his place of work, and that's accurate timing. That time of night with no traffic. Okay, definitely that's accurate. But the 15 minutes to get there doesn't seem accurate at all.
Right now, okay? So, just a thought that I had. I'll be back in a little bit.
Oh, that's the same one. Okay. Let me go to the next one.
Yeah, something that's interesting that just happened just now is when driving from the steel mill and the map.
Thanks, Cairo. Appreciate it.
Hardest working dude on YouTube.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
You know, using the navigation map, it actually drives right by
Hey,
the web route.
hey, Ada, if you're still watching right there, that's a lens flare right there. See that?
I think it was Web Road, where they had searched that one time where I drove out there, and they said there was no trespassing. So you can tell that this is probably the same route that he took. Okay, and they must have known that based on his pinging information. So that's maybe even that's why they checked that area. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it's interesting that we're driving right now on the same route that I originally took from her house to where they searched that the one.
Yeah, so when you take the route from his work to her house, it drives right by that road that I drove down originally a few weeks back and flew my drone. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Chris. My wife's probably going to say, are you talking to me?
Love the show, Gray.
Alright. So just thought I'd throw that out there for you.
Thank you. Alright. So there's that. And now the next one.
Alright. So right now we are 1.8 miles from her apartment. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know for sure what his route is, but it seems likely that he took this one just with not much traffic. So he could probably do the drive at 8 at night in about 23 minutes, probably. Something like that. Which is kind of close. I mean, 8:55, 9:10 at ping. So, you know, if he drove like 80 miles an hour,
8:45.
maybe it was close enough to ping a tower Salem.
But 23 minutes matches perfectly the way the route
like
time back.
Or maybe the
25 minutes.
The steel mill are a little bit fast.
Kind of looks like I'm missing a video or something.
But it looks like we're going to be coming up to an almost stopped situation. Oh boy, there we go again.
Deep coughing.
Let's see. I kind of got on the wrong little street here, but I'll be there in a second. We've got 0.3 miles to go. It's on Rouge Street, R-U-G-E. Now what I'll do is I'll pull up and
Looks like I got disconnected for a
a
second.
couple blocks here. It's just so weird driving around, knowing probably, you know, somebody.
Screw the sign, huh? Screw it.
I think actually what I have is allergies. I remember this happening last year. Okay, so I think this is it right here.
I got my old man shoes on, by the way. I was trying to hide the camera for a second. I talked to her for a minute, but she didn't really say anything that was... Oh, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't see... God, I went up to the door and everything. Got back in the car, but... What's weird is it doesn't look like the video is in here. Maybe I still have it on my GoPro. But sometimes with this new GoPro, you accidentally hit the... it changes modes, and it might have just taken photos, which sucks. But anyways, I go to the door. You've seen that video with the fingerprints, and then I walk back to the car. I get in the car, and then I take off again. But none of that video looks like it's in here. I'll have to see if it's still on the GoPro or something. I might not have copied them all over. So maybe tomorrow I'll see if I can find those. And then I drove, and see that's what sucks is there's more footage I think out there on my GoPro. I'm pretty sure, anyways, because I actually drove all the way down these windy roads, leading to a spot where the road turns to gravel, and then Weyerhaeuser owns the areas, and there was signs saying, no motor vehicles beyond this point, and I still needed to go another 3 miles, so I just decided, I don't really want to go walking alone on some crazy back road. So in that spot, I flew my drone up in the air and then looked over in that direction. So this is that road, right? It's kind of spooky though, right? I mean, that's what it looks like. Just kind of goes around that corner and then it winds way back over that way about 3 miles. So I just took it off, and I did one flight and then I forgot to record, so I kind of had to do it over again. But I mean, look how wooded this area is, right? So right there's a road, and it kind of winds around and it goes way back up in there. So I guarantee it that he actually knew that road wasn't monitored at night. See, there's the road right there. Winds around, and then there's logging, I guess, other little roads that go off of that for logging, and they were buried or put in that, on one of those. There's 3 chances, 3 different locations. So, but it's way off back around there. And right now I'm doing the thing where you put your finger on the screen and you can look wherever you want. It seems like you can see the propellers are causing some kind of an issue. I might be looking too far to the left or something. See that? Normally you can't see the propellers. And as you go more this way, you can't see them, but I don't know. Now there's no audio on this one, this camera. So apparently it's around that corner about 3 miles. I did see the road. I saw the road that went to that property. But I bet you he knew that he could go there at night and nobody would monitor it. And he drove way up there and put the body. I mean, this is really remote, this area over here. I should have actually had it spin all the way around, but didn't do that. Yeah, but just block that person. Yeah, there you go. Did Jen ever come back in? I have no idea what she was upset about. No, block the... What do you mean? Yeah, don't block Goldie Khan, the Full Metal... Full here, click, whatever the hell that thing is. Trying to figure out why this doing this over here. Maybe the sun's doing that. That doesn't look like propeller. Yeah, see now it's gone. Huh, interesting. See, that's where I came from, down this... See, like way over there, there's houses and stuff, but then you go down this road, and there's homes up here, they're all expensive homes. There's like wineries and things. There's my car right there.
We appreciate everyone, Gray and our freak.
And then I actually flew way back here using my tripod mode. I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, I could see doing some intricate searching with a drone. Just, you could go in the middle of the woods. Like, I could literally fly all the way down to that little road through that little hole there. Because it's so slow and easy to maneuver it. And see, there's like me looking around freely with my finger on the screen. So you can look kind of wherever the hell you want. Yeah, I kept going a little bit further because I could tell it wasn't going to hit anything. It actually automatically, yeah, there I am right there. It automatically saves the video after a certain length and then starts it right up again right where it was. Ew, look at it coming in slow. You know what's funny is I actually landed it on my... I didn't want to land it on that dusty road. So I landed it on my car. The hood. And that sucks because I recorded video from inside the car that whole time right there. And I couldn't find that one. I mean, it's not on the screen that I'm looking at, so it's got to be somewhere. I don't remember doing this part. I think it's still flying now. Oh, that's right. I tried to catch it with my hand, and then right there it went up because it sensed my hand. But I know there's a way to do it. So I thought, okay, forget it. I'll put it on my car. So first I was going to land it on my car, then I said, well, let me try catching it. There it is, landed nice and soft on the hood of my car. Alright. And then I picked it up and that's it. And then I did stop and just fly it in another spot. I thought this looked kind of cool. Look how cool this area is. It's like wine country. I was just going to have it just go way over there and have it come back, but... we don't have a lot of snakes over here. Yep, that's my drone. Yep. Mavic 2 Pro. Look how clear that is, though. I mean, it's just perfect. Yeah, everybody from California comes up here, and that's why our traffic sucks now. Because they go, oh wow, Oregon, jeez. Well, it's cheaper too, so. And now everything's expensive, and just. They ruined it. Yes, don't move here, please. Just one more car on the streets. Yeah, they're like aliens down there in California, man. They just invade. You know, from like another planet coming in, just. Oh, I wonder if that's the sun going through the propeller, creating a little lighting effect. I bet that's what that is. Yeah, we don't have sales tax in Oregon either. We have state tax, though, and real estate tax. I think not having sales tax is kind of dumb, but if you do that, you got to get rid of state tax. Because sales tax gets money from people who come visit. Instead of just what they buy, you actually get, you know. Yeah, Nenny was here earlier. She was laughing around. And there you go. Landed right on the street there and promptly hustled over and picked it up and got the hell out of Dodge.
I love Nenny. Is she doing okay?
Alright, well, that was all downhill, and now we just made it.
This is off my cell phone because my GoPro ran out of gas.
So, I am going to stop here for just a second.
Oh, wait, that's already.
Yep, now heading over to the Barbarian's house. It said on the navigator that it was only about a 22-minute drive to the Barbarian's house from where we flew the drone, which was...
Yeah, it's only a 22-minute drive from basically that gate. So let's say it's another 5 minutes driving on that gravel, or 6 minutes from there. So it's probably a 30-minute drive from where he would have perhaps put the bodies from his house.
It was 2.9 miles from where the bodies were buried. Now he drove. He knew at night nobody was going to be monitoring that. Okay, I got there during the day, light hours, so you're not really sure if somebody's there. I'd probably go there with, you know, if I had somebody else to go with. But I sure as hell wouldn't go there at night at 2 in the morning. Or I guess I could, but that would be some spooky shit, right? So right now we're heading over to the Barbarian's house, which is only 22 minutes again.
Yeah. Let me, for some reason this video recorded sideways, this next one, so I gotta put it into,
Okay, I just took a left. This is Phillips Road, and it goes quite a bit uphill. And this is where he lives, up in this area. Okay? So here we go. Supposedly 1.2 miles, 2,700. I'll try to just hold it up here.
See, it's almost all uphill to get to there. What are you talking about? What is Stephanie talking about? She's worried about Kelsey in gray. I was told when she saw the video she lost it. I don't know what you're referring to. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes, got dust and bugs squished on my windshield.
Yeah, but what about it though? How did she lost what? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Like when you say, who lost it? But she saw the video a while ago, right? Right, but she saw the video a while ago, right? What would she be upset about? You mean the one at CrimeCon where she went on the show and did her? I just I don't get it. I get confused reading comments. Yeah, I mean mine was just kind of a weird thing with my brother, you know, a balloon from the sky, you know. Yeah, but what makes you worried about that? I don't really get it. If she's already said what she said, she's really kind of delusional, just trying to, you know, she's got a lot of hardcore supporters though. I just kind of want to let her go quietly into that good night, because she won't be doing anything to solve the case or helping even have people understand it. I tried to help over there by telling, hey, no, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right, but it doesn't work. All right.
Oh, Gray, you're so mean.
Yeah, I said that on my own drive.
Dust and bugs squished on my windshield. Oh, Gray, you're so mean.
And then talking like that irritated my lungs.
Well, I wish I could get the bugs out of the way. I know PETA's upset about it, but apparently PETA members, when they're driving and they kill a bug, they stop after each bug and have a proper burial.
Yeah.
So this is just all uphill right here. Every bit of this drive right here. Man, what an idiot. He had such a beautiful place that he lived, and he just threw it all away. He didn't want to pay that $900 a month. Maybe that was the dream that he thought he was going to lose.
So this is all uphill right here.
2,700. I think we're getting pretty close to it. Wow, that thing sticks out way too far. That was just 2250. 2279, 2285. So we're still going uphill. $2,500. So we're getting it right there. I know he has like a gate.
I think it's right.
The house.
I think it's right there. Right there.
That's 2,700 right there.
Yep, that was it.
Huh. Interesting.
What's that? What's that thing on your wrist, Gray? What's that thing on your wrist? Well, it was the Libby and Abby bracelet that Kelsey gave me. So there you go. Okay. It's not a conspiracy.
Turn around here in a second. Now we're going downhill into the darkness. A lot of creepiness out here.
Yep. Anyways, that died off, and then I drove by again, but I don't know. This is just at the bottom of the hill. I don't know why it wasn't recorded.
We just made it back out to the road.
Anyways, the house is really boring. It was just right at that gate, basically, and there's really nothing. It's kind of a crappy, the yard wasn't kept up or anything. Then I was like, well, maybe, he probably didn't even have money to do anything. So, anyways, I did drive over there. I don't know if I'll do it again or not. I could do it at night. If I didn't get some footage, maybe I'll do it, but I don't know. You need a lot of batteries. Thanks, Barbara.
Oh, Gray, you're not so mean, just so logical.
Yeah, so the only thing that didn't make a lot of sense was the ping information of when he left work to go to her house. The 15 minutes seems too short. Of course, he wasn't at her house yet. It just pinged in Salem, which I guess is possible. And the person that I was talking to said that even at the location where the bodies were, that you can get intermittent cell phone connections out there. But I think there's actually cell towers out there because there was too many bars on my phone for there not to be. It couldn't have been the phone, 8 miles away, 10 miles away, that was near his house that pinged. Because she was wondering if maybe the phone pinged off the tower near his house, even from in those woods, and I don't think so. Because it's like 12 miles away, and I think there's towers out there because the signal strength is too strong.
Life isn't easy. We very much appreciate everyone. We are in support of victims' family.
That's right. Well, thanks, Lanky Tour. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go drink some liquid and get some rest.
Gray is a major support of victims and families.
All right. So thank you to Amanda Bell, donated on the last show right at the end. And then on this one, let's see, we've got Cairo Al-Qadir, Chris, Lanky Tor, Barbara Smith, Lanky Tor. Wow, Lanky Tor, you were like swinging, a whole bunch of them, swinging for the fences. Bam! I appreciate it. All right, well, I'll see if I can find those other videos. I don't know where they would have been, but I really appreciate you guys showing up. And it was interesting seeing the different locations. I was sort of struck by just how normal everything looks around there. And it's just weird that you had a barbarian driving around dead bodies and killing people in sort of normal, in a normal place, seemingly. Alright, I'm not going to do a flyby. I'm just going to call it a night. Alright, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Sorry Blue wasn't around that much. And until next time, be safe out there.